Hi everyone, today's evening headlines. Nagaland ULB polls, Supreme Court asks Center to explain whether constitutional scheme can be violated. Death toll rises to 97 as fighting rages in Sudan. G7 ministers meeting, India stresses need to address climate change in tandem with environmental action. Tim Cook to welcome customers at Apple's Mumbai store will meet Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Wednesday. Pakistan planning grenade attack in Jammu and Kashmir after Eid during G20 meet. News in details. Nagaland ULB polls, Supreme Court asks Center to explain whether constitutional scheme can be violated. The Supreme Court asked the Centre on Monday to clarify whether the constitutional scheme of one-third reservation for women in municipality and town council election can be violated by Nagaland, where the Assembly had passed a resolution to repeal the Municipal Act and resolved not to hold the election to the urban local bodies. Observing that an ignorance method has been adopted to evade the undertaking given to the Apex Court about holding of the election by repealing the Nagaland Municipal Act 2001, a bench of Justice S.K. Kaul and Aravind Kumar said it is an issue of women empowerment. The top court had on April 5 stated the March 30 notification cancelling till further order the election to the ULBs in Nagaland which were scheduled for May 16 after almost 2 decades. Death toll rises to 97 as fighting rages in Sudan. Hundreds of civilians were wounded in the violence, Xinyu news agency quoted the statement as saying. The tense situation in Sudan has sparked broad concern in the international community, with the UN, the African Union, the Arab League and other international organizations having called for an immediate ceasefire. Violent clashes erupted on April 15 between the Sudanese armed forces and the paramilitary rapid support forces in Khartoum and other cities, with the two sides accusing each other of initiating the conflict. The tension between the two military forces has escalated since April 12 in the Merovi region in northern Sudan after the RSF moved military vehicles to a location near the military airbase there, a move that the army considered illegal. G7 ministers meeting. India stresses need to address climate change in tandem with environmental action. There is a need to holistically address climate change issues in tandem with environmental action, India said on Sunday at the G7 ministers meeting on climate, energy and environment in Japan's Sapporo. Addressing a plenary session of the G7 ministers meeting, Union Environment Minister Bhupendra Yadav highlighted India's emphasis on collective action to address environmental challenges, including efforts to encourage individual and community action through Mission Life. He said changing individual and community behavior can have a meaningful impact on mitigating the effects of environmental and climate crisis. Tim Cook to welcome customers at Apple's Mumbai store will meet Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Wednesday. Tech giant Apple is all set to open its first retail store in India on April 18 at BKC Business District in Mumbai, while the grand opening and back-to-back teasers are taking the excitement level up. Now reports suggest that Apple Chief Executive Tim Cook is likely to welcome customers to the iPhone maker's first store in India tomorrow. The store comes as the company marks 25 years in the country. On the eve of opening for customers, a media preview was held at the store, which is spread over a 20,000 square feet area. The Mumbai store opening will be followed with the launch of a similar facility in New Delhi Saket on April 20. According to reports, Cook will also meet Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Pakistan planning grenade attacks in Jammu and Kashmir after Eid during G20 meet. The Pakistan Army's active support to terrorist organization continues, and a recent case of supervision involves a Colonel Sultan of the ISI, the military intelligence wing of the army, conducting weekly meetings with various Tanzam. Grenade attacks on specific targets in Jammu and Kashmir, killings after Eid, which is about 10 days away, and attacks in Srinagar around the G20 meeting, intelligence sources said. The attacks are primarily to be aimed at the security forces, political workers and people who have come to the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir from other parts of India to work. And grenade attacks are logistically easier for the terrorist. It is easier to escape after the explosion. That's all for now. To get such latest news, don't forget to subscribe this channel. Thank you.